All right. Here are some predictions that I'm going to be doing for the upcoming UFC fights in 2026, namely Gaethje Pimblett and Volk Lopes. So here we go. First on Gaethje Pimblett. I like the fight. I think obviously the UFC low-key just hates Arman. They hate him. He destroys Hooker. They're still going to skip him for Gaethje and Pimblett. And honestly, Gaethje does not deserve the shot. But I'll be real. People are hating on this fight a little bit too much. I feel like Gaethje's more deserving than people think. Like, I don't get me wrong. I don't think he deserves it, but it's not like he's some, number 10 ranked fighter who's washed, who just got pulled out of the rankings to get in the title fight. The guy was the most deserving contender in 2023 after that Poirier knockout, right? And ever since then, he has won a fight. He got destroyed by Max, but he's bounced back with a win. It's not the worst thing in the world. It's not an abomination, but it's definitely kind of like WWE matchmaking. It's not the best, but I like the fight itself. I think it's very intriguing. And one problem I do have with it is that Paddy Pimblett, his most elite wins are just, first of all, not that elite. But second of all, they're all against old men, man. Green was pretty fucking old, had no chin, and has low-key no fight IQ. The guy just swan dove right into Paddy Pimblett just to get guillotined and armbarred at the same time. I know it's because, Pimblett kind of forced him to with those kicks, but I really feel like Green was gun-shy in that fight. Barely utilized his boxing, barely threw, and just immediately shot. I really don't know what was going on with Green in that fight. But he was riding a few wins, I'm pretty sure, up until that point. Or did he lose? I'm not sure. But I know before that he had that, he lost to Jalen Turner before that. But he was still, I was still thinking at that point that Paddy Pimblett wasn't super elite. I thought that Green would probably just outbox him to a decision, but Green really didn't look good that fight, man. And it wasn't a matter of his chin being bad. It was just him having low fight IQ. I'm sorry. Paddy Pimblett maybe forced him to shoot a little bit with his low kicks, but I think that it was too early in the fight. Even if he was getting kind of uncomfortable with his legs being chopped up, he still could have thrown, man. He still could have gotten some respect on the feet. He could have gone for something like he did against Grant Dawson, like he did against Tony Ferguson. Things like that. I think that Green could have done more. And I wasn't super impressed with that fight. I was impressed with Michael Chandler. I thought that, and I mean Paddy Pimblett against Michael Chandler. In that fight, I low-key got to stop picking against Paddy Pimblett. And I will. I'm picking Paddy Pimblett in this fight against Gaethje. But in that Chandler fight, I really thought he was going to beat Chandler. Oh, sorry. My bad. I thought Chandler was going to beat him. I really didn't have a high opinion of Paddy Pimblett before. I really was thinking, he's not super elite. He lost to Gordon, if we're being real. He lost to Jared Gordon. And he's tough as fuck. He's durable, but I don't see the skill. I don't see the X factor necessary for him to be even in the top 5. And honestly, the way he just floated to the top 5, like MMA Guru says, it is a little strange, isn't it? But, it's okay. Paddy Pimblett, he's a character. I like him. But, yeah. I still don't think he's the most elite, but I do think he will beat Gaethje. I think that that Chandler performance, first of all, showed me that the guy can take a hit, man. Chandler threw a couple bombs at him. And I know Chandler's old now. He's pretty fucking washed. He's pretty ass. But the guy still got some power, man. And Pimblett took a couple big shots to the chin. I don't see him getting chinned by Gaethje in this fight. I think that Gaethje's power is extremely overrated. When's the last time we saw him knock out someone with one punch, like Edson Barboza or some shit? I'm not talking about the Poirier head kick. That was, genuinely what I think is a once-in-a-lifetime scenario. I don't think we're ever going to see Gaethje throw a head kick that does anything significant again. That was a great setup, but that was just out of character from Gaethje. Gaethje's going to really look to utilize his boxing. Just go with that old Rufus style, high guard, You know, that type of grunting action that he always does where he throws the hooks and like kind of falls over himself a little bit. I don't think like I can see him hitting Pimblett cleanly many times. I don't think it'll do much to Pim. I think Pimblett's got a great chin and he's young, and I think Justin Gaethje is pretty withered at this point in his career. I don't think he's completely washed, but it's just, yeah, back to what I was saying about what I don't like about the fight. It's just like Paddy Pimblett's only beating up old men, man. Like I think he gets past Gaethje, but I want to see him against a young, fresh contender. I want to see him versus Armand, or I want to see him maybe against the winner of Holloway, Oliveira. But I know that's not going to happen. This is an interim title fight, obviously. But Pimblett, I think, is going to really utilize his kicks. He has really good distance management for someone so young and relatively less experienced in the fight game. I know he's got a lot of fights, but just his time in the game has been less than Gaethje's at the most elite level. And he actually has pretty good distance management, which we saw against Michael Chandler. He was able to keep him at range. He did get hit with some bombs, but other than that, he hammered Chandler with low kicks, jabbed him up a little bit, and was able to get good timing on his takedowns, and that's how he ended up finishing the fight. And that knee as well that he hit Chandler with, that was great timing. I'm impressed with Paddy Pimblett's striking. I used to think pretty low of his striking, but now, you know, I've come around on it a little bit. I think that he's all around not too bad. It's just he's not great everywhere. He's not great anywhere, but he is pretty decent on the ground and he's pretty decent on the feet. I know his jiu-jitsu is all hyped up. I think it's all right. I think it's pretty good, but I don't think he's like the best grappler at lightweight at all. But yeah, I think that just first of all, it's going to be a leg kick battle in this fight. I think that Justin Gaethje is going to hammer some low kicks. Paddy Pimblett's going to do the same, but I think that Paddy Pimblett, believe it or not, is going to out low kick Gaethje. Like low kicks, I know are Gaethje's thing, but he hasn't really been utilizing them much in his recent fights. If you go back and watch his performance against like Holloway, his performance against Fiziev, like he really just has stuck to his like dirty boxing kind of style, and I think that it's too standard and too simple for Pimblett. I think Pimblett's going to manage range, hit some jabs, just keep the distance, teep kicks, low kicks. He's going to avoid all types of pocket boxing with Gaethje. And Gaethje's going to be chasing him. And Gaethje's not great at cutting off the cage. Like, I know he got that Barboza knockout, which was pretty good. But first of all, that was a long time ago. And second of all, like, when Gaethje's stalking you, like, he kind of just plods forward a little bit. He's not the most accurate. And he'll, like, as I said, he's going to, like, trip over himself. Like, he gets kind of sloppy. I know he's just naturally kind of a sloppy fighter, but he's got good accuracy at times, like with certain shots. He looks sloppy, but he's all right. My point is that I don't think he's going to be able to do enough over 5 rounds to beat Pimblett. I think he either loses a decision where he wins like a round, maybe 2, maybe it's like a 48-47. But the more likely scenario I see is that Pimblett just finishes. I think Pimblett beats him up a decent amount. Maybe it's pretty even, but it's like kind of like a slow paced fight up until round 4. Pimblett takes him down and subs him. Gaethje's like got white belt jiu-jitsu. The guy is, I know he's got the wrestling background. I know he's got pretty good takedown defense. He's not that great on the ground at all. Like, I know he's gotten subbed by Oliveira, and Oliveira is the best grappler at lightweight. But genuinely, Gaethje's so, like, he got put in an inverse or, like, some kind of reverse triangle by Fiziev. Like, gang, that can't be happening, bro. Like, he gets, genuinely, if Ilia Topuria wanted to go out there and sub him in, like, 20 seconds, he could. This is why I'm not interested in Gaethje versus Topuria. It's such a, like, if that fight had been booked, I would have been so pissed. But yeah, I think Paddy Pimblett just keeps range. Gaethje's going to hit him with some good shots and have good moments on the feet, but Pimblett's been improving his striking. He's going to hit him with good shots as well. Just generally keep distance, and it's going to be pretty even up until round 4. Because Gaethje's always going to be worried. He's always going to be trying to avoid the ground. He's going to lose moments on the ground if he gets taken down early, and I think that in round 4, Pimblett finds a pretty good shot on the feet. Gaethje covers up. Pimblett goes for a takedown, subs him, rear naked choker armbar. But yeah, that's my prediction. Sorry, I've been rambling a little bit, but yeah. Moving on, Volk versus Lopes. See, this is tough, because I know Volk just beat Lopes, right? But now he's a year older. He's more withered. I know Volk's still elite, but Lopes has gotten better, man. I was impressed by him versus Lopes. I mean, him versus, him versus Gene Silva. That fight impressed me a lot. I really thought Gene Silva was the best guy at featherweight. Before that fight happened, I was saying Gene Silva is going to be the next featherweight champion. He's going to destroy Lopes. He's going to KO him. Then he's going to get to the belt and beat Volkanovski. That's what I was thinking. Because seeing his previous fights, he's his striking is really damn good, dude. His striking, he's got these, long arms. He's kind of got that Volk build where he has, long arms for his height. And he really uses that to just get through the long guards of these other taller fighters. They'll be sticking their arm out with, their other hand to their face, thinking that's enough. And Gene Silva's jabs and straight shots will just be going through those long guards of other fighters, of his opponents. And he'll be hitting them clean on the chin. And he has good speed as well. He's tagging these people at, high speed and good power. It's not the most insane Ilia Topuria level power, but it's good knockout power. If you hit cleanly enough, he'll put you out, or at least he'll drop you and get a TKO. So I was thinking that Gene Silva was really just going to take the fight. And I thought Lopes gets hit a lot. He's kind of like a scrapper. He's not super good at managing distance, and he'll get in the pocket and just swing and just swing bombs. But I thought that Silva was too technical. I thought that Silva would see the shots coming from a mile away and just tag Lopes with some shit coming in and just drop him and finish him. But that didn't go how I thought it would. Lopes, first round, obviously, he destroyed Gene Silva on the ground, cut him open, really damaged him pretty badly. Second round, Lopes was kind of getting pieced up pretty badly by Silva. So I still think Silva has a claim to be one of the best featherweights in the world. His striking is really elite, and if he really just lost the fight due to low fight IQ. He did some dumb shit. He really just tried to push for finish in a 5-round fight in the second round, as if he was losing 4 rounds to 0, and needed the finish. I don't understand why he went for that finish. I don't know why he was going so aggressively in that second round. But anyway, Lopes, I know I'm saying that I was impressed with Lopes, but and I do think that. I think that Lopes he's improving a lot in terms of mainly his composure in the fight. Gene Silva I thought Gene Silva would be the one composed, ready to just ice cold calculated, ready to knock out Lopes coming in with a heated exchange. It was actually the opposite. Gene Silva was pushing forward, pressing, throwing bombs, trying to knock out Lopes, and he was doing that was dumb as fuck. But I'm impressed by Lopes in that he didn't just brawl with him. I feel if he brawled with him, he would have gotten hurt pretty bad. I know he's got an iron chin. I feel he would have gotten tagged and just kind of fucked up by Silva on the feet. But he really found his timing, backed up, realized that he wasn't really winning these exchanges at range. So he kind of just let Silva advance a little bit, saw the shot coming, and just boom, spinning elbow. Really quick, really powerful. Catches Silva clean on the temple and knocks him out. I was impressed by Lopes' composure and his general ability to see shots coming and kind of know when to back off a little bit before going into another exchange, or just finding a good shot. I feel before Lopes was a lot more of a brawler. He learned a lot from the Volk fight. He was even improved, I think, going into the Volk fight. I was impressed with his striking going into, or during the Volk fight at least. I thought that I picked Volk in that first fight just by virtue of Volk being so much of a better striker than Lopes, at least in their first encounter. Now, I know Volk is still obviously a better striker, more technical, better timing, better precision on the feet, and just faster. But Lopez, like, it's just the knockout power, man. Like, I'm worried for Volk in this fight because Volk's chin, I'm sorry, it's not there. Like, he gets hit with anything clean, he's going out, or at least he's getting dropped and hurt. And we've seen that in his past 3 fights. Like, he's gotten hurt in all of them. And he did recover well against Lopez, but, dude, there were a couple moments in the 2nd and the 5th round against Lopez the first time where he got hurt, man. And I worry for him because Lopez is better. He looked physically bigger against Silva as well. Like, I don't know, like, I know he's bigger than Volk, but he looked big against Silva. And I think he's going to be taking that new frame, that new build into this fight as well. He's going to tower over Volk as a younger fighter, hungry for that belt, having lost it. Like, he was inches away from touching that gold that first time, from realizing all his dreams. He was heartbroken when he lost. You saw that clip of him crying, like, backstage. After he lost to Volk the first time. He's hungry as fuck. I know he's gonna be wanting that title badly. And I think that's just gonna fuel him. I think he's really gonna go after Volk. I think he's gonna have downloaded and collected more data, like Petr Yan and Merab, downloading that data. I think he's gonna have made the adjustments necessary. I think he needs to go forward more. Like, I know that sounds like basically what he always does. I think he really needs to push forward with straight shots because Volk has always had a problem with just pulling back, chin in the air, with kind of one hand up, kind of guarding his chin, which doesn't do much because his other side isn't really protected, and that one hand isn't going to block the force of a full punch coming in. He needs to go forward with straight shots and cut off the cage better instead of just following, and kind of back Volk up to the fence, like kind of similar to what Ilia Topuria did, where he has less space to kind of just go back. If he pulls back, it's going to be less of a distance that he can pull back, and Lopez, I think, is just going to be able to catch him cleanly with something. Unfortunately, I'm picking Lopez in this fight. I want to pick Volk badly. I kind of forgot what I said at the beginning, but the more I talk about it, the more I'm leaning towards Lopez to win this fight. Obviously, I know Volk can do it. He has elite fucking striking. We don't need to talk about Volk striking, dude. It's good. My glorious king has some of the best striking we've ever seen in MMA. But I don't know about this one, man. I don't know about this one. I'm worried for Volk. Can I just talk about... I'm just going to rant a little bit about how stupid this fight is. Now that I've, broken down the fight a little bit, dude, this fight is so dumb. This is the ultimate WWE matchmaking, dude. This shit is ridiculous. Volk's last fight was literally Lopez, bro. Why are you giving that shit to him again? Like, it makes no sense. It pisses me. I was pissed when I saw the announcement on Instagram. Like, the UFC wants a Mexican champion so badly. It's so, like, forced down our throats, man. Like, when they gave Yair that custom interim belt, like, that was OD, bro. That was so OD. And now they're doing this Diego. I know he's Brazilian, but he trains out of Mexico, right? So now they're running back the Lopez fight. I know he's exciting, and he's more exciting than a Lerone Murphy or a Movsar Evloev. But come on, Movsar Evloev, like, that guy, he's been, like, the number 1 contender for, like, 2 years. Like, he was the undefeated guy who could have, like, given Ilia Topuria a tough test. I remember when Ilia Topuria first got the featherweight